Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Calcutta Races Summer Meeting, 5th day, Wednesday, 27th March 2024 race preview. The first race of the afternoon is the Sun Lion Handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The first runner we are looking at is Vella Lage. Couple of starts for Vella Lage so far, unplaced in both of the starts. Last start was an 8th spot as they entered the home straight, then started to drop back, eventually finished on 12 of 14 runners. The winner here was Blinky Bill, who got that race by 4.5 lengths. Number 2 is Trebia. Trebia has had 5 stars so far in the season. Best start was in race number 83, where finished on 3rd. The run we are looking at is from race number 134, where Trebia took the turn in 7th spot and then made up a placing and eventually finished on 6th. The winner here was Dubai Star, who got that race by half a length. Number 3, Palcha. Palcha has had quite a few starts in the season. Had a placed effort in the first start it had in race number 33. Since then has been unplaced in all of his starts, including the one we are looking at in race number 139. Took the turn in 7th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 6th. The winner here was Aura Mello, who got that race by 2.25 lengths. Number 4 is Elite. Elite's best start was his last start, where Elite took the turn in 8th spot, was to move towards the inside and got the inside run and eventually came with a big run, but the race was already sewn up by Ticker. Elite did the next best thing, finished on 2nd. We move on to the second race of the afternoon, the Twilight Lady Handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. The first runner we're looking at is Clever Hans, who has for quite a few starts in the season. A couple of place efforts towards the beginning of the season in race number 74, race number 98 respectively, then finished on 4th in race number 117. The start we are looking at is from race number 141, where Clever Hans took the turn in 6th spot, stayed on in 6th. The winner here was Clifford, who got that race by a length and a half. 3 runners went up against each other in race number 131. We had Stunning Fools, took the turn in 6th spot, then dropped back and finished on 9th. We had number 4, All Time Legend. All Time Legend took the turn in 3rd spot, made up a placing and just missed out by a long neck. The other runner was King Roger. King Roger took the turn in 9th spot, Beacon, and eventually finished on 2nd last. The winner here was Zuccardi, who got the race by a long neck from All Time Legend. Number 3 is Multistara. Multistara had a recent start where Multistara was racing in the mid-pack, then into the last 200 meters, came up with a run down the center and finished in the place in 3rd spot. The winner here was Fortune Teller, who circled the field, came late in the scene and drew away from them, won the race by 4 lengths. Number 5 is She's Our Star. She's Our Star has had quite a few starts in the season. Best start was last start in race number 140, where She's Our Star went out as the favourite, took the turn in 5th spot, then made some late gains down the centre and finished on 3rd. The winner here was DRD, who made every post a winning one. We move on to the third race of the afternoon, the Eliseo Pimpernel Cup for horses rated 81 and above, rated 61 to 86, eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The first couple of runners we're looking at is Gazino and Black Eagle, because this is from race number 119, where Gazino was in 8th spot, then came up with a late run and finished on in the money in 3rd spot. Black Eagle was winner of back-to-back starts over here, took a turn in 7th spot, then came with a very late run and just missed out by half a length to Star Glory. Finished on 2nd is Black Eagle. Gazino finished on 3rd. Number 2, Golden Oaks. Golden Oaks has had quite a few starts in the season. Best start was perhaps in race number 94, where finished on 3rd. Tetosha, who has subsequently won. The run we are looking at is from the Super Mile, where Golden Oaks took the turn in 5th spot, then started to drop back and finished on 9th of 11 runners. The winner here was Tybin Tide, who made practically a start to finish affair of the Sprinters Cup. Number 4 is True Marshall. True Marshall has been consistent in the 5 starts. True Marshall has had a third place effort in race number 55, race number 37 finished on 2nd, race number 62 finished on 4th, race number 87 finished on 3rd. The last start was in 2nd spot and then weakened eventually and finished on 3rd. The winner here was Siege Perilous, who won the race by a length and a quarter. Number 6 is Eternal Princess. Last start, race number 141, definitely its best start so far. She went on a start to finish mission and looked like she had run her race, and then came up with the second run and came out and finished on 2nd to Clifford, who won the race rather impressively. We move on to the 4th race of the afternoon, the Kaizen Handicap. 4 horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. First, if we look at East Side, even though has been unplaced in last 2 starts, East Side finished on 2nd in race number 47, 3rd in race number 67, then finished on 4th in race number 81, then race number 84 finished on 3rd. Over here, East Side ran mostly in mid-punch and eventually finished on 9th. The winner here was Fortune Teller. We are looking at a couple of runners, Super Rakiga and Monarchy. Super Rakiga, what a start this was mostly in 6th spot throughout the race, then took the passage towards the inside, didn't get a room, was pulled out, then came and sliced the field through and got the race by 3 parts of a length. Monarchy, in contrast, ran in 8th spot throughout and eventually finished on in mid-punch, and Super Rakiga eventually won the race by 3 parts of a length. Number 4 is Dubai Dunes. Dubai Dunes has had quite a few starts in the season, 4 to be precise. Couple of starts earlier on finished off the board, and this start was in 13th spot as they entered the home straight, then started to come up with a run down the center and eventually weaved a passage and finished on 4th on the board. The winner here was DRD. Number 5 is Oramello. Oramello has been sparingly raced filly, finished on 3rd in an earlier start in race number 97. Last start, Oramello was in 2nd spot as they entered the home straight, then came and took charge and eventually had about 2 1/4 lengths to spare to the late finishing Ganadora. Couple of runners, Tez and George Everest. Tez, who was a winner in race number 79, got the measure of Tenderheart, who has subsequently won. Over here, Tez took the turn in 5th spot, then weakened and eventually finished on 7th. George Everest, who took the turn in 9th spot, also weakened and eventually finished on 10th. The winner here was King's Retreat, who got the race by 5.5 lengths. Number 7 is Nationwide. Nationwide had a recent start on Saturday where it went over 2000 meters, was in last spot as they entered the home straight, then weaved the passage towards the inside, almost came up with a rattle, but the run petered out and Nationwide eventually finished on 2nd, almost 4 lengths from the winner, which was Hoping Sky. We move on to the 5th race of the afternoon, the Clarence Cup for maiden horses 3-year-old only, to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. First 3 runs we're looking at from race number 132, where we got Hermes, who was racing in 4th spot, then weakened and eventually finished on 5th. We had Sativor, who was racing in 3rd spot and weakened and finished on 4th. We had number 6, Bandukwali, who raced in 9th spot throughout and made some late gains and eventually finished on 6th. The winner here was Sea Salt Caramel, who got the race by almost 3 lengths. Number 3 is Nomitsi. Nomitsi has had couple of starts so far. First start in race number 93, finished on second to Natural Grace. Was found trotting lame after the race. Last start was a little slurrier. This was in race number 124. Took the turn in fourth spot, stayed down in fourth even though the jockey brought it wide of the track and bridged the gap with the runaway leaders, but finished on a close fourth nonetheless to Lady Sunshine. We move on to the sixth and last race of the day, the Set Flame Handicap for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 2000 meters. We got 6 runners going to post for the last race of the day. First 2 runners we're looking at is Tiger Mountain and Amber Knight. This is from race number 137, where Amber Knight was a little slowly out of the gates and then was racing in 8th spot as they turned for home and eventually finished on 6th. Tiger Mountain, who was in forward spot, was in 3rd spot throughout, then came out and finished on 2nd from Shubhankar, who had sewn up the race a long way from home, and Tiger Mountain did the next best thing, finished on 2nd. Couple of runners again, Life is Good and Kiefer. Life is Good has won 3 races in a row. Last start went over 2000 meters, was in 8th spot, came late into the scene and finished on 3rd. Kiefer, who's also had multiple wins in the season, 2 wins to be precise. Last start, Kiefer was in 2nd spot, then when asked for an effort, started to go backward and finished on 7th of 9 runners. The winner here was Magneto. So that's the lineup for the day. See you at the races, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining in.